All right, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Let's go for a quick pre-market watch list. What do we have on watch today? Let's take a look. All right, so the leading gapper is only at 38%. SMFL, let's take a look. Smart for Life announces Benzinga partnership with cloud kitchens enabling delivery of companies' ice cream bars through services such as Uber Eats. Not the best catalyst. Partnership with a company that nobody really knows about, and it's for services that you should already be using, such as Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash. That's every single restaurant, every single food place should already be using Uber Eats, Grubhub, and DoorDash. If you're not, then you're completely losing out on business. And this isn't a really big catalyst because every restaurant has this. This is nothing that's like crazy, something just jump on just because of this news. GDC, curling up off the low, getting some action. This might be one that's going to be getting maybe some more volume since the rest of the market is kind of slow. So this is a previous runner. It has history of volatility. We might just get some sort of pop on this. I'm not sure. We could see a move up to 1050 on the daily chart or the higher time frames. Does look like it's kind of held the support down in here around 5. Now curling up to 750. Looks like we have a double top up here. We could squeeze out shorts, that are in late, if they didn't get in up here, and if they enter down here, you could see a little bit of a short squeeze for shorts getting in late, and then bulls accumulating off support for that pop. I do not think it's ever going to come back up here anytime soon, but if we do curl up and we hold, we could see that break at 1050. That's totally possible. Maybe not today. Maybe over the next few days. I'm not really sure how much volatility GDC is going to have, but I'll keep this one on watch. Definitely risky though. Take a look at this yesterday. Pop flush, pop flush, pop flush. That's not something you want to get caught in. So GDC, definitely got to manage your risk if you're trading that one. EPOW now moving to the top of the scans. Let's see. This one's up 39%. Let's see. I don't see anything recent. Yesterday you had an earnings release. That's it. featuring 400% revenue growth to our new record. That caused it to rip from 290 up to 190 up to 290. Volume faded since then. Volume is low. Not really interested, but it's possible. If volume does come in, I'll keep this on watch. Probably one of our better looking ones today, but still not all that great. SVRE, is this the one that we traded in the past? Yeah, SVRE. Pretty much a dead cat bounce. Lots of resistance overhead, unless we have news. Okay. SaverOne granted key new patent in the U.S., which bolsters its position as a transportation safety leader. Okay. New patent news is sometimes very good. So patent news, definitely want to keep an eye on that. It's its 9th patent. The patent was registered in the U.S. Patent number blah, blah, blah. Further consolidates company's stronghold in the area of transportation safety technology. This newly patented technology makes it easier for in-vehicle systems to identify and accurately locate the driver's cell phone within the vehicle via their cell phone footprint, prevent the driver's use of dangerous applications while driving, and potentially avoid a collision. So kind of like AI technology. So similar to AI. If it was, I wish they would use AI in the title, because AI is like a huge buzzword right now. Any company that publishes news with AI, anything it just has to say the letters AI, and the stock will go 200%. That's the sort of market that we're in right now with the AI news. Anything AI is just ripping. Same thing with a couple weeks ago. Anything that was China, anything that was a China stock, they were just running back to back to back. So I do think that AI is having a little bit of a sector momentum just the past few weeks. Or the past few months, ever since GFAI. But, this could be, I wish that if it was AI, I wish they did use it in the title. But, patent is definitely a keyword that can give a decent move. Anything, granted new patent or filing new patent for their technologies, it's usually pretty good news. But we just look at the volume. The volume is not there yet, so you don't want to trade it unless volume comes in, that's for sure. Do you have a news catalyst? It's not so far off the high. I mean, you got $1 a share to go up till 260. I mean, we've seen it before where it's ran back to the highs for a squeeze. After that, I don't know. After that, looks like I'm not sure how much of this candle you'd be able to reclaim. I can't really see the intraday of it, so I don't really know where the support is. I'm not really willing to load up my 1-minute chart for like the past year to look at it, but maybe it'd have some resistance around 3. Let me clear that out. So $3 SVRE. Volume's got to come in though. I'm not trading this until volume comes in. I mean, really, if it's going to be the hot stock for the day, it's got to have 1 million shares per 1-minute candle at the open for a $1 stock. SVRE, the float is 5 million. Or less than 5 million. That shares outstanding, so float is less than 5 million. So kind of in our sweet spot, but the volume is lacking. So we just have to see at the open. This might, just have a quick pop and then it might just fade. Sometimes a stock may have good news and it just won't run. The volume just won't come in. The traders just don't like it for some reason. And that's okay. You just got to find the winner on the day, the one with the most volume and the low float and is attracting the most attention. So yeah, SVRE, I like it too. I do. It's just the volume, you know, you can't really trade it unless there's volume, so we just got to see what happens at the open. Yeah, absolutely. Yesterday was not a bad day, actually. I was about to wrap it up at $130, and then I saw EPOW running into the highs, and I took a position right here off the low, adding into the high. It was a beautiful trade. I got the break of 5 for the reclaim, adding for this pivot, break of the pivot at 505, taking some profit in case it does stuff the high. And then as I do see the prices holding up, I add back for that break of 520, and then selling into the extension. I pretty much doubled my profit right there. I was about to wrap it up $130 on the day. Now, you know, after that trade, I finished up 279. So not a bad day yesterday for me. 279, 124 on Monday. So about up $400 on the week so far, but we still have 3 days to go. So, you know, anything can happen. I don't want to get too excited because, you know, look what happened on this week. I was up 415 on Monday. I was like, this is going to be first week of May. I was like, this is going to be my biggest week ever. I'm already up $400 on Monday. Tuesday I'm up 176. It's like it's working out perfectly. I was already up like 600 on the week. And then proceeded the next 3 days, small green day, and then a bigger red day, and then a small red day. So never want to count your chickens before they hatch. Don't get too excited. It can affect your trading, and you want to stay disciplined. You want to stay focused. Don't worry about your P&L. Kind of focus on the chart to set up the patterns. You know, if you do have losers, keeping them small. If you are performing well in the market, you want to size up into that momentum. So that really is the trick. Thank you, Morgan. Yeah, it was a really nice win. Very happy I at least stayed a little bit past my usual time to catch that. I do have a video coming out relatively soon. It really just depends when I'm finished editing it, but the video mostly focuses about how to make $100 a day in the market. And $100 a day in the market is totally doable. It's totally doable, and for beginners, it's definitely a good spot to shoot for. To get that consistent $100 a day, because $100 a day, that's $500 a week, that's $2,000 a month. That's some really, really good supplemental income. And just being able to get to that myself, I didn't think it was ever possible to start making money in the market. And after 3 years, finally getting there, definitely possible. So I have that video coming out relatively soon when I'm finished editing it. Which, by the way, editing is a pain in the butt. Editing is such a huge learning curve for editing. It's taken way longer because I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, but practice makes perfect. The way I'm going to get good at editing is the same way I get good at trading. It just takes a lot of time, a lot of practice, a lot of iterations over and over again. But yeah, that video is coming out, how to make $100 a day in the stock market. For those of you tuning in today, I'll give you that sneak peek that nobody knows yet for that next video coming out. I really focus on market sentiment, which is probably the most important thing. Market sentiment is, once you're profitable, after being profitable, after finding the strategy, and at the end of every month you're profitable, the next thing is reading market sentiment. You have to learn how to read market sentiment. You can't be aggressive in every single day, every single market. When you can't be not aggressive every single day, you can't be conservative every single day, or else you won't have those big green days. So reading market sentiment is so important. And I remember when I first started trading, I was watching this guy, listening to this guy on YouTube. His name is Sang Lucci. I think they call him Wall Street Jesus. You can look him up on YouTube. He's definitely a good speaker. You should definitely listen to him. He's has a lot to say and very insightful. But anyways, he was saying like, you just gotta wait for your market and then guns blazing. And I'm like, what does that even mean, my market? Like, every market is my market. Like, I had no idea that, you were supposed to, read market sentiment. I didn't know how to read market sentiment, but you're supposed to read market sentiment and then adjust your aggression or your share size according to that. And I had no idea about, how to do that. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, what do you mean my market? I was like, every market is my market. But in reality, this was also in 2020, but in reality, the market gives setups that work in hot markets, and then those same setups won't work in cold markets. So you got to be able to read that market sentiment and know when to, be aggressive on those setups that do work in that hot market, and then be a little bit more conservative when the market's cold and those setups, aren't following through. Maybe you take your profits a little quicker. You kind of sit on your hands more. You're okay with being small green, small red. But in those hot markets, you need to push, 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 because those same setups, they're going to hold their highs and they're going to run another 50%. And you want to be in there at the low, adding into the high, so you're not chasing it after $100 a share, 100% rally, 100% rally intraday, because then you're going to be always scared of catching that flush after the first huge front side. So, which is something I'm working on. That does take a lot of experience, though. It takes a lot of experience. So, here we go. EPOW moving up. EPOW moving up. EPOW, this was the one on EPOW. Yeah, this was the earnings catalyst. GDC just took a $1 a share dump. MOTS up 50%. MOTS breaking highs here. MOTS completes first clinical evaluation of new PureView gastro and upper gastrointestinal procedures to support FDA submission. That could be a decent catalyst to make a move. MOTS, it has less than 4 million share float. This is one to keep on watch. MOTS, here we go. I'm not sure if I want to trade this pre-market. What do we have? 95,000 shares. Still quite low volume here for this price stock, but we are breaking highs, which is good. For the daily chart, we'll have some resistance right around here. We'll have some resistance right around here. We're rejected here again. So resistance. Probably more major resistance around 150 to, which was previous support, which is now resistance. A lot of upside resistance. So we'll see if the bulls can chew through this, and we'll see how high it can go. We might get a nice pop here at the open, and then might start to fade. just because of all that resistance. So MOTS might be the one to watch now because it has the volume. That's for some reason not APLD. What was that other one? SVRE. That was it. SVRE is low on volume. So as a trader, make sure that I follow the volume. I follow the attention. I don't want to be trading stocks that traders are not looking at. So MOTS is going to be the one to watch. At least for me at the open. We'll see what kind of Momo we get. I'm okay with getting small green. I'm not okay with having a big red day today because, today just doesn't seem like the day to put that type of risk on. So if I do ever end up having a red day today, we've got to keep it small for sure, which is okay, Don't want to fight it. If it happens, it happens. Just got to keep it small. And, yeah, I mean, today's probably not the day to take my max risk or take more risk than I am comfortable with. If I can make, $100 today, that would be nice. If I can make 150, that would be nice. No trades yet on the day. So I've been really dialing back on my pre-market trading just because my stats show very low profit percentage or profit factor pre-market, and it usually causes me a little bit more stress than I need, especially then going into the open. I don't want to carry any of that stress into the open where my profit factor is the highest. So I've been dialing back my pre-market trading, at least for now, until the market heats up a little bit. Because most of the time, I'll stress myself out at just about a few dollars, and which is really not worth it. So it's not worth that stress that could affect me for the rest of the day of trading. So I've been dialing back and kind of just focusing on that time that I do best for now. When the market heats up, then it might, warrant me getting up at 7 and start trading at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Because in those hot days, pre-market, I could be up a nice $150, $200 coming into the open, and the open where I do the best at, and then I can really, double that or triple that at the open, and I could have a nice $500 or $600 green day. So it really just depends on the market. Nothing is ever fixed in trading. You always need to be adapting. Everybody adapts different as well. The things that do work for me may not work for you, so nothing's ever 100%. It's very much subjective. Trading is very, very much subjective. We all have our different ways of looking at the market and our own ways of adapting and staying green. Some people are purely pre-market traders. Some people are purely market open traders. Some people can trade all day from 7 a.m. to after hours. All right, so I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Check out the links down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay green.